Hello, thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to The Encourager, and we are on 220 of 24. And when I turned the phone on, and it was 8:31, and I thought the first number would be 8:31. So thank you for tuning in. You're tuned in again to The Encourager. My name's Nehru, and thank you so much to our subscribers and new listeners. I have started doing a three-number angel number reading daily. I started this a couple of days ago, and I am getting the angel number readings from this book written by Mystic Michala. And it's the numbers book, and this is what it's for, to record and reflect on your spiritual synchronicities, right? So that we can understand the messages from our angels. So let's turn to angel number 831 and see what angel 831 has. Angel 831, let's see. Visualize. See balance in your future. When you ask for abundance in an area of your life, picture how it will look in the other areas too. Create a vision board that represents the wants and the needs of your body, mind, and spirit. Okay, and I remember years ago when I've done two vision boards in my life, I don't remember what happened to the first one. They got maybe lost in a move or misplaced in a move or something like that. The second one, I remember I had this vision board, and I was meeting with Steve, the senior minister at the Rock of Central Florida, when I was a part of that house. And I'm going to enjoy my tea this morning while I go through the angel numbers. But I remember speaking with him, and I took my vision board to him, and I remember it was probably 12 years ago that I went to him, and it was 2012 actually, so 12 years ago I went to him. 12 and 12, so yeah, so went to him, and it was 2:34 when I looked down at the timer just now. So I took my vision board to him to talk to him about my goals, my dreams, my visions, how I wanted to be at that time a financier of the Rock of Central Florida, and put millions into that ministry's hands, and help them to do their mission, build the bank, whatever it was, right? I was all in. And I have other things up there that I wanted to achieve personally, and that sort of thing, right? And I remember sharing it with him, talking to him about it, and I remember it was difficult to find a job back then because we were going through the Great Recession still, and just coming out of it in like 11, 12, but it was hard for me to find employment. I remember I took that, after I showed it to him, I took that vision board and I put it in the trash. And I put it in the trash can at the Rock of Central Florida, in the dumpster. And I did that. For me, it was really a way of starting over. It was probably also appropriate for me to do that as I would be going through, there would be delays. So 407, when I looked, that's the area code for Central Florida. That city, that place is 407. When I look down, and I see 407 often, but when I look down, that's also 74. That's also the year I was born. That's also an 11. Okay. So, this lifetime. So I remember, not being able to find employment, but also, that also represented a delay. Okay, because I was already sick, but I didn't know I was, right? So I was already dealing with the autoimmune virus called IgG4 nephropathy. I didn't know it was attacking my kidneys, but it was. And yeah, so to me, it's good from time to time to redo those vision boards, or to do away with what's on those vision boards, because perhaps, and again, and this is my challenge. This is my challenge. And when I say it's my challenge, it's just an unfortunate truth that we have to deal with other people who make choices that, and I'll be honest with you, I have a challenge with even just really having to deal with people on a daily basis. I have an issue with that. And that might sound weird to you, might sound strange to you, but I know I'm not from this planet and I'm an extraterrestrial being, and I understand my ways are not your ways and my thoughts are not your thoughts. I understand that. And your thoughts probably are not the karmic thoughts, or at least they should not be, or Luciferian thoughts, or what have you, right? We're all that divine being. We are all that divine being, right? That's why I say that. Don't run and think I'm trying to take the place of Most High. We are all that divine being if we recognize that. So anyway, yeah, that's what I did with my vision board. I put it in the trash. So sometimes it's necessary to start over, throw away that old vision board, because again, something that was originally meant to be, other people are involved in those things, and those other people have free will just like you do, and they sometimes make choices that are not for that original plan or for the good of that original plan, and you have to scrap that original plan. Okay? All right? I know I'm speaking loudly and not with my voice volume, but I'm speaking truth, right? You have to scrap the original idea, and you just have to. Most High did it. That's why the flood came. He scrapped the original idea. 7 minutes exactly. He scrapped the original idea. So let's turn to angel number 222. That's where I'm being led. Trust fall. Your angels ask you to trust your place in life right now. You are in the right place at the right time to look around and enjoy the moment. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Okay? All right. So, you've heard me tell my story about Jim Schneider, who is the senior minister at Beth Tome in Rutland, Vermont. I've never been there, but he has been to the Rock of Central Florida several times. Him and Steve are good friends, and they might be soulmates spiritually. Again, you could be soulmates with your parents, your brothers, your sisters, the reason why you call somebody a best friend is because you're probably a soulmate with them. You have a unique connection with them that's unexplainable, right? And anyone that you have connection with that's unexplainable, that is good. It makes you feel good. You're positive. You're growing. You're maturing. You're becoming wiser. Those are the relationships that we all need. Unfortunately, most people never go into that trust position. You know, they have that trust fall, right? Exercise where you fall back and the people in the group catch you, right? I remember Jim Snyder telling me about a nesty plunge where he saw me falling back, and he's speaking to me directly. He brought me up in front of the congregation, in front of the people at the Rock, when it was on 1792 in the Big Lots Plaza, okay? And Lake Mary, okay? Lake Mary, Florida. He said that part of what he said was he saw me taking a nesty plunge with my arms straight out, and I was falling back, and it didn't matter to me where I was falling or anything. I wasn't concerned with that. He said, because I knew that Most High was going to, I knew that I was not going to hit the ground. I knew that Most High had me. That's where my level of faith was. Okay? And so that trust fall, yeah. If you do not have that, and that's trust with yourself first, because if you do not trust yourself, you cannot trust a person or even a being outside of yourself. You cannot trust energy outside of yourself. You'll always look at them with some type of side eye, okay? And that's different than discerning or intuition, okay? So, trust, and that trust fall, right? Do that exercise. Maybe use your bed. Fall back on the bed and, yeah. Or, yeah, just let that happen. And so let's go ahead and get to the next angel number. Where should we go, Most High? Lord of the Spirits, Yahweh God, Divine Source, Creator. Where to? Look at page number. Let's look at page number 123. Page number 123, and where are we going to go? Right, left. All right, so let's take a look and see. Okay, so right. So there's the right page, right? Left. So let's read both of these. I said 3, but let's do 4 today. All right, heartstrings. Shifts occur when growth happens. Not everyone around you is going to be able to resonate with your spiritual awakening. God damn it, that's not true. Your angels remind you that this is okay. If those around you cannot respect your newfound self-awareness, simply wish them light and love and return to your higher self for validation. Yeah, that's how you got to get into the fuck y'all mentality. Okay? You're not for my good? That's cool. Fuck you, and I'm moving on. All right? That's also a 14. Or excuse me, that's also a 16. Okay? 3, 6, 7. All right? So let's read the other one. On the right, left, as Most High spoke to me, is the Most Spirit. Talk. Reach out. You don't have to be alone right now. Talking about your fears, I don't agree with this. Talking about your fears will keep them from overwhelming you. Reach out to someone today to share your worries with them. Let them give you love, support, assistance, and know that your angels are working through them. Okay? So, I don't agree with that because of this. Again, like I stated yesterday, if someone does not know the purpose for which you are here, they can't speak shit to you. And I wouldn't take their advice. Steve couldn't tell me what my fucking purpose was at the Rock. I shared way too much with that motherfucker. Way too much. And we still didn't accomplish what I was originally sent there for. Because he was dragging ass with all his religious whatevers. Right? So again, with intuition, everything with intuition and discernment. Don't just go out there sharing shit with other people. I think that's what Roxanne did. She went out there and shared her love for me and where we were going and the things that we were going to be doing. And she shared those things with someone who she thought was a friend, but they were actually the enemy cloaked as a friend. And that person turned around and did spell work against me and our union to break us up, and she made dumbass choices. Okay? So, because of whatever, witchcraft, her own fucking unhealed childhood wounds, whatever that might have been, right? But she told someone about our connection. And they turned around and used it against me and against her. Whether she realizes that today or not. Okay? So, don't just go blabbing to people about what's going on in your life. Okay? I talk to no one except for this platform what's going on in my life. And even then, I use discernment. I don't tell you every dream I have. I don't. I had dreams last night. I'm not sharing those. Right? I don't tell you about every vision I have because some of those things are not to be shared openly like this. Okay? So be discerning. Yeah, sure, you can confide in someone, but you better know, check them first. Check them first. In their spiritual position. Not because they go to church, because the devil rides motherfuckers to the goddamn church every fucking service. Every service. He's riding them to church. He a lazy ass, so he ain't walking. He's riding somebody. Okay? So pay attention. All right? So, let's go ahead and I think that's 3 angel numbers. Yes, that's 3 angel numbers. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Again, my name's Nehru. This is the Encourager, and my only purpose on this earth is to help us to become our highest, purest, truest versions of ourselves. I do that, 1, by being that myself, Okay. And two, I do that on this platform. And so there'll be other avenues again. From time to time, I mention a podcast that will be starting here at some point. Also, I never mention it, but if you're wanting to reach out to me via email, you can at theencourager333@gmail.com. Thank you so much again for tuning in. My name's Nehru. You've been tuned into The Encourager, and we'll talk soon.